Welcome. If you see this, you need to hear this is today's timeless pick a card. Pile 1 we have Oralite, Pile 2 Big Spite, and Pile 3 Petalite. Take a deep breath and exhale. Timestamps will be in the description box. Pause the video now to choose your pile. See you there. Welcome Pile 1. If you chose the Oralite, the number 8 could be relevant to you. So what I'm seeing here is you guys are either engaging in more mindfulness. I see you guys have very good spiritual hygiene. Possibly you meditate a lot. Or if you don't, this is advice here, because with the number 8 being there, what I see is that you are on a path toward stable prosperity, okay? That is, I see you are on a path towards stability and prosperity. And so here's the thing, if you are mindful, if you are mindful of your spiritual hygiene, if you are meditating, if you are grounding and centering yourself and holding your center, then this is a confirmation for you guys that this is working and it's leading you to a very stable future and a lot of stability in the present. And this stability being also financial, okay? If you want, for others of you, if you're not practicing mindfulness, if you're not meditating, if you're not doing your spiritual hygiene, then what this is saying is that you need to do so in order to get your life in order in the 3D, meaning if you want financial stability in your life, the path is a spiritual path, right? Because there's something about stress that you need to keep at bay because it could be interfering, or negative thinking could be interfering. You see, negative thinking works as a rope pulling you back. It creates resistance to opening up to the abundance that you want to achieve. So if you're in fear mode all the time, fight or flight mode, and if you're not calming down your spirit, then this means that you're creating resistance. So if you want to unblock that resistance toward your abundance, the path is a spiritual path, right? It's the path of mindfulness and meditation. And being aware and placing yourself in the present moment, right? Rather than being distracted by what happened in the past or what may happen in the future. Because again, that is all fear-based. It's stuff you're bringing back from the past in fear that it will happen again in the future. And so it's creating more resistance. So being in the present moment will be the thing that will help you stay clear from, negative thinking based on the past, or negative thinking out of worry of what may happen in the future or what may repeat itself in the future, right? Just because it's happened in the past doesn't mean it's going to repeat itself in the future. Just because it happens to others, it doesn't mean it's going to happen to you. And, just because there's all this noise around you, just stay focused on the present. If you look at your present moment, there's not all these bad things going on all the time, right? So when bad things happen, we deal with them. But most of the time, there aren't bad things happening. And so that's why being in the present is really important here. Because if something is threatening you in the present, of course, then you activate fight or flight mode. But if nothing's really threatening you in the present moment, there's no need to be in fight or flight mode all the time. Okay, I feel is what this card is trying to tell us today. So let's open the frame and get you some more information for what you need to hear right now. So let's start with the Astro Dice. All right, so we have Cancerian energy, could be somewhere in your chart. The moon, all right. So last week of June, first 3 weeks of July could be significant. And we have the number 8 again. See? Synchronicity already. So, the 8th house is also, okay. So again, I'm just going to read the number 8. Stable prosperity, okay? That's where you're headed, especially if you're on this path of mindfulness. Now, something else going on here. There is something going on for you subconsciously in your depths that needs to be addressed here, okay? And I do see you taking this deep dive which also is the reason why your spiritual journey is so important right now, because there's something in your depths, in your subconscious, that needs to be acknowledged. It needs to be like unearthed so that you can acknowledge it, look at it, and then be able to deal with it and heal it, okay? If you're not able to acknowledge it, then you have no way of dealing with something you don't acknowledge, because you pretend it's not there, or you just don't see it's there. So there's something you need to see in your subconscious that it needs to be healed, okay? And I feel by going within, by practicing mindfulness, by following your soul and your spiritual path, I feel that is a clear way to get there. And once you do acknowledge and do that healing, you're opening and look at what is creating resistance in you. Why are you feeling these fears? So there's a need to tackle these fears. And actually, there's actually really one really good way of doing that, and that's with positive affirmations in the present tense. So you can go and check out my affirmation meditation to raise your vibration. That will help you with that, especially if you use it for 30 to 90 days, mornings and nighttime. So as you wake up and before you close your eyes to go to sleep. You could have Scorpio in your chart. There's something here about... Where do I want to go with this first? Because I have two messages going on here. There's something about, for some of you, there's a pregnancy and you will be mothers or fathers, something like that. And this is going to be a deep, long-lasting bond. For others of you, there is an intimate bond you have with someone, and it's kind of like under wraps. You're not sharing this with other people. You're keeping this a secret for some reason. But it is strong and it is very emotional. It's very emotionally felt. Okay. So let's see. We got Mercury, communication. You could have Gemini or Virgo in your chart. Communication. What is this communication about? Communication with the higher realms, opening up your crown chakra to receive downloads of communication from the higher realms. But I see communication here. Is it communication, intimacy and communication with someone here? Could it be? There could also be some message about a business partnership coming through, and there's a need for clear communication within this business partnership. Okay, so I'm seeing if you have a business partnership, it's time, you need to keep this a secret for now, because you need to move in silence. Because if you expose what you're doing, someone else will take it and run with it or something like that. Also, if there is a intimate connection, you also need to keep this away from other people interfering. Okay. Or maybe that's what you're doing. All right, let's go. Oh, the Empress. You could have Taurus or Libra in your chart, or you could be dealing with a Taurus or Libra. So, divine counterpart here also. Okay, this is also, so the first message I'm seeing connected to the number 8 and to what I said as we opened the reading. You have it all in you, okay? Never doubt yourself. You have all the resources, the skills, the knowledge, the experience, the talents, right? It's all in you. What you need is to fortify your solar plexus chakra. How do you do this? With energy healing, for one. I do energy healing sessions, Zoom one-on-one if you need help with that. Because when your core is strong, and when I mean your core, I mean your physical core, so you could do physical exercises for your core and upper body to help strengthen your self-confidence, your self-worth, and hence also be able to access the energy and frequency of courage, right? Courage means taking action from the heart space, but you need to feel strong in your center. You need to kind of work on having a straight back. If you're arching your shoulders forward a lot, it means that you don't have a strong solar plexus. It means that you're not feeling confident, you're feeling insecure in yourself, you don't see your worth, and you definitely don't have the courage to take action from your heart space. So the only thing you need right now is courage, is to sit up straight and put your back straight, look straight up and ahead, and really be confident in yourself. I just heard the Superwoman pose and the Superman pose, or Supergirl pose, Superman pose, Supergirl pose, will help you. So look up the Superman, Supergirl, Superwoman pose. Or is it the Wonder Woman pose? It doesn't matter. You know where I'm getting at. So, even if you go to the gym and then you just sit down all slouchy, it's not going to help. So you need to keep your core straight and your back straight to fortify, to help, because it needs to be, it's like when people are losing weight and they want to stay toned, right? You can't just, if you want to, like women want to get rid of cellulite, you can't just use the cream, right? So it's like you can't just say, okay, I've got all these talents going on for me, whatever, but I'm not feeling confident. It doesn't help. So if you're not eating right, if you're not drinking water, if you're not sleeping, if you're not going to the gym or doing some form of exercise that will help strengthen your upper body and make it strong and straight, and there's no point in having all these talents, right? Especially if you're not putting in the daily practice, especially if you're not working and honing on these talents and skills. But there's a need here, because that's creating resistance. And the thing that may be holding you back could be this very thing in your solar plexus chakra, where you had a cord with someone here who was very mean to you, or probably a mother figure, or when you were a child, someone in your life, okay, could have been a bully. And that really affected you deeply. This person was either saying mean things to you, doing mean things to you. Maybe they were physically abusive, emotionally, psychologically abusive, verbally abusive. And this thing really tore you down to your core. Like, it really affected your self-confidence, your sense of security, and your sense... And of course, you don't feel safe. And when you don't feel safe, you don't have the courage, right? Because you feel, if I do anything, I'm going to get screwed. And this definitely could have been like a feminine figure in your life, a female or a mother figure, or someone who had an important role in your childhood. Now, this could have been a female bully or a teacher, or I don't know who this was, or a caretaker. But it seems to have affected you. You have like some kind of like wound with the feminine energy here, whether you're masculine or feminine here, okay? And but you need to know right now that you are strong and you can get through this, and you just need to acknowledge it to start doing the healing. And even positive affirmations will help you heal. And just because it happened in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen in the future. And there's a lot more people dealing with this wound than you may think, okay? And so you're not alone in this, and other people have overcome this, and so can you. Two of materials, yeah, but this keeps you like in this limbo state and like not being able to make decisions. You just prefer not to deal with consequences, afraid of maybe punishment or judgment. And so you don't want to feel this again. Whatever this person in your life made you feel, you don't want to feel this again. So you constantly protect yourself, and you kind of try to blend in with the raindrops, so to speak, so that you don't have to deal with the scrutiny or whatever consequences you think. And so you manage your energy in low vibration, where you have the potential for so much more here. And this also affects your abundance, your ability to bring in abundance. Four of emotions, yeah. It's this low vibration that is really stopping you from being this universe that you are. You have the universe inside of you. Whether you're male or female, you have the universe inside of you. And so the only thing that's stopping you from getting there and pulling you back is your own insecurity based on these things that really did happen to you, but you're no longer a victim. What this is saying is that you're no longer a victim. Three of Cups, you're meant to be celebrating, right? And again, this is showing me that there are other people who have been through the same thing you have, and they can help you. The Fool, or it helps to know at least that there are other people who have been through that. You're meant for this new beginning, or you get everything in life, everything. But you need to really communicate this out to the universe, and you really need to be honest with yourself about what is going on, and you need to really do that inner work of healing and overcoming here. And again, the Fool is the courageous one, the one who takes the leap of faith, the one who does it with fear but does it anyway and is not afraid. And so that's the energy that you're being invited to sink into, but that takes healing your solar plexus chakra, and it takes taking action from your heart space, which means courage, having the courage. And so I do see at some point you will, but the way you communicate with yourself, that self-talk needs to be positive. That the words you speak out to the universe, those are spells. So make sure they are very positive and in the present tense. If you put it into the future, I will have this, I will feel this way, guess what? You're not feeling this. So if you put in the present, I am happy, I am wealthy, I am confident, I can do this, right? It's in the present moment. And the more you do this, positive affirmations, possibly some energy healing, some Reiki, some exercise, some correcting your posture on a minute-to-minute basis. All this hard work, it seems like hard work, it's going to start to feel natural after 7 weeks, because that's how long it takes to make or break a habit. And that's going to set you on the right path here toward this abundance wanting to come your way. You just need to unblock it. Queen of Voices, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius could be in your chart. But again, you need to be very honest with yourself. In order to have this, to be able to take this leap of faith, to have the courage, you need to be honest with yourself about what's been going on and how you need to heal this and how you've been stopping yourself. Because look what's waiting for you. The 10 of Cups. Emotional fulfillment. Just a very, very happy life. Right? You're going from this lack of satisfaction, this boredom, this is this all life has to offer, to this colorful life of like, yeah, of course. But you need to be honest with yourself. You need to acknowledge what needs healing, and you need to take steps toward that healing. Get really honest and deep with yourself. King of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. So another thing you need to hear, guys, is if you are away from someone and you want to reunite with this person because this person makes you very, very happy. I'm seeing possibly a connection to Africa because I am seeing a lion there. But if there is someone who makes you very, very happy and you know who this person is, and this person is at a distance from you, just know that the reason why this person is at a distance from you is because you are in lower vibration. Both of you could be, right? But there's definitely someone who's holding a torch here for you. But the reason why you're at a distance is because someone is dealing with a lot of wounds and needing a lot of healing. Because once that is done, all this emotional fulfillment is open for you. There's a celebration here. And it's there for you. But there needs to be this healing. Okay? That was your message, pile number 1. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Let me know how this resonates for you in the comment section. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel. It helps me bring you more. If you want to be notified of future uploads on the channel, hit the bell for notifications. Extra content is on Patreon. Information for that is in the description box. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Bless you all. See you sometime soon. Bye. Until next time. Welcome, pile 2. If you chose Big Spite, this is going to be your reading. The number 9 could be significant to you. So, okay, I see you guys are closing a cycle of feeling really drained, and you're coming into a time where you're going to feel a lot more energized. I see drive. I see courage. I see you taking spirited action, really full speed ahead, okay? And this spirit is looking up. Look at that face there, looking up. So if you've been looking down, like you're the kind of person who looks at the pavement when they walk in, and you're not looking at the skies and the birds flying, and you're missing out, basically. And it's a very simple thing. You just have to change whether you're looking down or looking up, like physically. And this changes a lot for you internally, psychologically, emotionally, and mentally. So if you're looking down to the pavement all the time, or looking to the floor, and you're not looking straight ahead or up, then you need to start looking straight ahead or up to the sky. Okay? This is going to change your neurotoxins. Not neurotoxins, sorry. This is going to change your neurochemicals in your brain. Literally, it changes. And so I feel that by changing these little things in the way you position your body and you move around in life is going to have a very positive impact on you psychologically, mentally, emotionally, okay? I do see pile number 2 is an upgrade from pile number 1. So if you did watch pile number 1 and you chose pile number 2, some of you could be watching this after pile 1. Maybe you were attracted to both piles. Or there's also a message for you in pile number 1, okay? So I feel you guys have been going through some form of hesitation, but now it's time to move forward. You're not going to hesitate any longer. Okay. Or you're not meant to hesitate. Let's see what's going on here. Twelfth house. Subconscious triggers, dreams, spirituality. Venus, Libra and Taurus energy, and Pisces energy, and we have Scorpio energy here. So you could have these somewhere important in your chart, possibly Venus in Scorpio, or Venus in the 12th house, Scorpio, or Venus in Pisces, or 12th house, Scorpio. But let's see. It doesn't have to be, of course, but okay, here's what I'm seeing. You're making peace with your inner self. You're making peace with your subconscious. You're making peace with your past, your forgiveness. There's a sense of forgiveness here that's going to bring in more harmony, compassion and forgiveness toward yourself and others. After maybe a time of holding a grudge, you're letting go of holding a grudge, and because of that, things are going to flow. Abundance will flow a lot easier once you let go of this grudge, because this grudge is connected to ego, is connected to fear, is connected to control, is connected to fear that things may repeat themselves again in the future. And it's an energy that's holding you back from your abundance. And once you let go and heal from this grudge through and by way of forgiveness and compassion towards self and others, you're freeing yourself to a new chapter where you're leaving this behind, thus closing a karmic contract and a karmic cycle, opening up your dharma, living in your dharma. Because I see a lot of abundance coming your way, and it's just a shift in your attitude, a shift in how you think and what you decide, and how you decide to deal with things moving forward. All right. You could have Gemini in your chart. There's something about communication. It's interesting because in pile 1 we got Mercury in the same position. So Mercury rules Gemini, and so there's something about communication here, opening up and socializing and learning and communicating, reading, also teaching here. You're going to transform and learn through communication with someone else or other people. For some of you, there's maybe a collaboration in the offer for you to collaborate with other people, but you don't see this coming yet. Okay, you may be feeling a little bit restless or fidgety, but right now you're undergoing a huge spiritual transformation. That's what those butterflies are telling me. Page of inspiration. You could have Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries in your chart. You're having this new beginning. You're feeling very inspired by what you see, what you learn around you. If you walk around town, you're going to feel very inspired. So if you're feeling like you're lacking inspiration, make sure you walk around wherever you live and there's a lot of people, and look straight and look up. Don't look down at the floor, because there are people who are wanting to interact with you, people who you can learn from, and you're going to feel very inspired, very motivated, very energized. You're definitely coming out of a time of suppressing and feeling oppressed and down and depressed, because you've unlocked that energy, or you're unlocking that energy. There's a need maybe for forgiveness here of siblings, relatives, or neighbors, okay? And once you do forgive and let go of that grudge, I see you feeling a lot lighter and a lot more inspired and a lot more driven. But again, this big spite energy and this page of inspiration, page of fire, page of wands is the same energy of feeling really sparked up and fired up and moving forward. And it's interesting with Scorpio there, because Scorpio used to be ruled together with Aries by Mars. And so Scorpio is the most fiery of all the water signs, but it's also the most, it's like Gemini and Libra and Aquarius, it's also the most mental and obsessive thinker of all. So Scorpio is really a combination of air signs and Mars energy, but it's a drive that's coming from your core, from deep within, from your soul here. It's like your soul's calling, and your soul is heeding the call, is following it's like you're following your soul here. And the more you follow your soul, the more driven you're going to feel. There's definitely a new passionate beginning for you here. There's something you're passionate about, and Four of Materials, Four of Pentacles, you're not willing to let this go. You're holding on to whatever this is. But there's also a tug of war between starting something new and holding on to something from your past here. But you're walking away if you've been holding on too tightly from something from your past here that's been keeping you from having this new beginning here, that your soul is calling you toward. And it has something to do maybe with a collaboration or starting a new solid foundation. And this could even involve relocation here, setting roots somewhere else, uprooting. It seems like you're walking away from a way of life or a way of thinking or a belief system or an actual place, because we have Pentacles here. So there's a place where you've been very rooted, and it seems like you're walking away, and there's some kind of an ending, and you're starting anew somewhere else. For some of you, it's a new house or a new project or a new country, a new city. There's something physically new going on here for you. Page of Materials confirming that the spark of inspiration is leading you to being somewhere else maybe, or starting something else in the physical, because Five of Pentacles, clarifying the Four of Pentacles, it's like what you've been holding on to so tightly is very connected to subconscious, unhealed things going on. But it's like you've been holding on to it because it's like you didn't know any better, but it really wasn't bringing you the fulfillment that it should. It's like it's a situation where you keep leaving yourself out in the cold. And when I say this, because you have the key here, right? You have the key, you have the lock, so you have access to getting out of the situation. But the thing holding you back is your subconscious. Are these things that haven't been healed that need to be addressed? So again, pile number one, I feel, has the message for you, a very strong message for you to address this part of the reading. But it's like you're meant to have this new beginning and follow your inspiration to maybe be somewhere else, is what I'm seeing here. But there's something holding you back from the past. Three of Cups. Okay, so there could be a group of people here that you're holding on to that you need to let go of certain ways, because there's a lack of emotional fulfillment here. Or there could be friends who are not the friends that you need, something like that. Okay, and for some of you, what you need to know is that if you're dealing with any third-party situation, I feel you're walking away from this, or someone is, and it's not going to remain a third-party situation. For some of you, there's a need to walk away from, so this is going to be just for some of you. If you are into the habit of drinking a lot, I feel you would benefit from walking away from all that drinking, because it's not really serving you. What it's doing is it's delaying your progress, it's delaying your abundance. every time you drink, you need to recover from the drinking, and it's like hours of your life that you're wasting where your brain could be working towards something productive, and it's not. So let's say you have this potential up here, and you're someone who's really smart, so you have the fullest potential. If you start drinking, it's like these points keep going down. And if you're someone who's like, let's say average IQ, whatever, right? You consider yourself, or it just is. If you put that effort in, you can get up here, but if you start drinking, you go down here. So there's something about, for some of you needed to hear this. When I say drinking, I say any other bad habit, right? Any other addiction that is pulling you down. There's a need to walk away here, because holding on to this addiction or codependency or self-sabotaging, limiting self-belief or negative self-talk, or whatever this is that is bad for you is holding you back here, and it's keeping you in a state of confusion with the Seven of Cups here, and not knowing, you know, what decision to make, because there's something very toxic going on here, and it can involve people. It could be any kind of addiction, It could be alcohol, it could be toxic people, it could be a sex addiction, it could be, it's just holding you back, and it's keeping you confused and not knowing what are the good decisions to make here for some reason, okay? So if you want, the main messages here is, if you want a clear path forward on how to build a stable, solid foundation that would attract this abundance that is wanting to come your way, you need to allow yourself to walk away from whatever this toxic thing is in your life, because you have so many options, but to make the right decision, it takes walking away from something that has become too toxic in your life. Yeah, let me see if there's another message for you guys. No, they're saying those are all the messages for you guys today. So that was your reading, pile number 2. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Let me know how that resonates for you in the comment section. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel. It helps me bring you more. Extra content is on Patreon. Information for that is in the description box. If you'd like to be notified of future uploads on the channel, hit the notification bell to be notified. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Bless you all, and see you sometime soon. Bye. Until next time. Welcome, pile 3. You chose the petalite. This is going to be your reading. The number 42 could be relevant. The number 8. Sorry, did I say the number 8? No, it's not the number 8. It's the number 6. But maybe there's a reason why I said the number 8. So I feel there could be a message in pile number 1 for you, because that pile got the number 8. And we did get Venus and Venusian energy in pile number 2. So there could be a message there for you too. Okay. There's something about you being an observer right now. You need to observe. Or maybe you have been observing. So whether you need to observe or have been observing, whatever energy you've been in, there is a need for a shift. So if you've been observing and witnessing and detaching, it's time for you to get involved and to start taking action. If you have been too involved, trying to take action, nothing's happening, you're just confused, you're just worried, you're just in fear, there's a need to observe and detach and start witnessing, rather than drawing conclusions or taking action before you know what's really going on. So wherever you are on the spectrum, there's a need to come into balance. So if there's too much observing, not enough action, shifting out of that into action needs to take place now. If you are observing, or if you're not observing, and if you're taking action, nothing's really going your way, it's time to step back and observe. I'm seeing someone here, you have maybe a difficulty of understanding someone's intentions, or what's going on, or what the future holds, or what should you do, or how should you address this. If there's too much thinking going on, it's time to start feeling and taking action. Now, if you've been trying everything and nothing's working and you're still confused, it's time to take a step back and observe. Okay? The number 6 is Venusian, meaning that there's abundance waiting to come in for you. Abundance and love, okay? But something may be a little bit too close for comfort for those of you who are too involved, and there's a need to distance yourself to gain a bird's eye view of the situation, to be able to see things from a different perspective. There's a need for some of you who are too involved, too emotional about something. There's a need for you to look at your situation as if you're looking into someone else's situation. What would you say to a friend if they were going through what you're going through, if you're too involved? And if you're just in the observer in the sidelines and you're wanting to get involved but you're afraid, you may need to address some fear, some insecurity going on within you. And again, I refer you back to pile number 1. If that is your case, there's a message there for you. But maybe there's a difficult decision that you have to make here in your life, and you may be taking this very seriously to the point where you're not making any decision at all. Because you may be also very afraid of moving out of a comfort zone, ruffling feathers, but the thing is, your comfort zone could be becoming uncomfortable, is what I'm seeing here. But let's see. Let's see. Pile number 3. What do you need to hear? Sorry. We have Virgo. You could have Virgo in some kind of important placement in your chart. We have Uranus, so you could have Uranus in Virgo maybe, or in the 5th house, because we have the number 5 here. But don't mind that. That is a natal chart that I'm talking about. Let's look at this as in the form of a transit or what may be going on in your specific case right now. I do see a shakeup. I see a surprise, something unexpected. Possibly when it comes to maybe your daily life or your routines, because of maybe a gamble or a business deal or a romance, a love affair. Okay, so for some of you, there could be a love affair shaking up your daily life, and this was completely unexpected, a surprise, out of the blue, and it's here. Or you could be dealing with a Virgo, or you could have Virgo or Leo or Aquarius in your chart. Okay, so for some of you, whatever your job is, now by job I mean the work you put in daily, this could even be your own business. I see there will be a surprise, a business deal coming forward. And I see you being able to be very creative when negotiating here. So there's a sudden negotiation that brings in abundance, is what I'm seeing here. For those of you who have your own business, or if your job is negotiating, I see a negotiation that's going to go very, very well in your favor. It's going to be very quick and very unexpected, and it's bringing in abundance, okay? For others of you, I see a sudden love affair that will shake up your daily life in some way, shape, or form. And for some of you, there's a sudden love affair at your workplace, a spark, like falling in love and that kind of stuff. So let's see. Let's see. Conjunction, empowerment. Okay. A very empowering business deal, but also there's a new romance that is sparking, will be sparked, or has been sparked unexpectedly, that it would lead to a power couple dynamic, like working really well on a daily basis, empowering each other, moving forward, being very creative together, very childlike, very romantic, very playful, and also very creative and very good with business together. A very good daily life, very good routines, and having a lot of fun together, and lifting each other up on a daily basis. So it's like someone comes into your life, is what I'm seeing here, and they make your life better, they make you feel better, and because of that, you become a lot more productive together. So it's like you strengthen each other by joining forces, you activate each other, you intensify each other's talents, skills, knowledge, and experience. You become very strong allies, and that concentration of energy becomes very explosive almost. 9 of Cups, it's your wish fulfillment. Some of you are going to get some form of wish fulfillment here that's going to empower you. And it has to do with someone else you're joining forces with, whether this is love or something else, okay? But together you're bringing in a lot of abundance. And this is very unexpected. 10 of Wands. But at the same time, this overwhelms you because you weren't expecting this in some way and you still have all these burdens to deal with in your life. But this really helps you with your own burdens as well. Okay, let's see what's going on here. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So you could have Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo in your chart. Slowly but surely, you are headed toward prosperity and abundance and stability here. I feel there's a need for you guys to learn how to delegate. If you can delegate, you will empower yourself. Show me the Nine of Cups, 2 of Wands. It's like you're making a plan to get to your wish fulfillment here after something sudden and unexpected happens here. You're making a plan, but you have all these burdens to deal with, and you feel like the Hangman, you're stuck. But this is also giving you an opportunity to see things from a different perspective. It seems like something unexpected that you really saw as a wish fulfillment, or you're really seeing as a wish fulfillment, is having you make a plan forward and having you analyze your current situation from a different angle. And because of that, it's like you can see how you can deal with these burdens. Judgment. Scorpio energy, Pisces energy, it's time to make a decision. The time to make a decision is coming. And you will have all the information you need. You will have all the information you need. Slow and steady wins the race. There's a need for patience here. There's a need to look at these burdens from a different perspective. Because there's a sense that you need to move towards something that is like a second chance in life, a second lease on life, second opportunity. But it comes with a big life change and a big decision. Page of Voices, get more information, research. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Ace of Swords. But you will know the truth. You will know the path forward if you follow your intuition. 6 of Wands. There's definitely something here that's going to bring you some form of victory. You will succeed, whatever this is. The Lovers, it's a decision. There's a big life-changing decision that you need to make. Gemini energy here now with the Lovers. There's a big decision you need to make. And again, it could involve a higher level soulmate here. And you know the truth and you see the truth. You know the truth. Ace of Swords. We have the Ace of Swords twice. You know the truth. But there's a slow-moving energy here. With the bats here, the bats are symbolic of a change that needs to occur, but you need to allow yourself this change. And if you're just sitting there and waiting, you're keeping this stuck. Scorpio energy again there with the Lovers. Page of Wands. There's a new beginning here waiting for you. You could have felt drawn to pile number 2. You're passionate about whatever this is. 5 of Wands, but there are some challenges here. The challenges could be your own responsibilities, other people, competition, maybe jealousy here. Queen of Cups. But your heart is connected to this. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Strength. Holding yourself back, needing to have the courage. Someone is holding themselves back here in a situation that is a new beginning. Ace of Wands. The Hanged Man. 6 of Pentacles, to keep their life in balance. 7 of Pentacles, delayed gratification, but also waiting, planting some good seeds. Sorry, there's something really taking a long time for you here. And it's 9 of Swords is bringing you anxiety. And there's a mental conflict here. And if you stay in this mental conflict, then you're risking some regrets here, pile number 3. But there's a change that's needed. That's the main, we have 5, 5, 5. There's a change that is needed here. 3 of Cups, celebration, but too many cooks in the kitchen. 8 of Cups, needing to walk away from some form of addiction maybe. 7 of Swords, something that's sabotaging you from the Sun of achieving your happiness. Something that's getting in the way of your happiness and your long-term fulfillment, your wish fulfillment, is something, there's some form of self-sabotage that's going on within you that you need to walk away from, and it could involve other people who are toxic or an addiction or codependency going on here. Watch pile number 1 and pile number 2, because there's an energy of regret here, and I wouldn't want you guys to stay away from this happiness that and this wish fulfillment that is here for you because of self-sabotage. There could be some mental conflict going on, some healing needed. Something needs to be addressed here. So watch pile 1 and pile 2, okay? Pile 3, that was your reading. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Let me know how this resonates for you in the comments section. If you did not, choose another pile. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel. It helps me bring you more. Extra content is on Patreon. Information for that is in the description box. And if you'd like to be notified of future uploads on the channel, hit the bell to be notified of future uploads. Bless you all. See you sometime soon. Bye. Until next time.